Guys, today I'll be making a baby print centerpiece. So we're gonna go ahead and start. On Design Space, we click on Images, and in the search box we type in the image that we're looking for. And we're gonna go ahead and select the image, which is this one right here. And once you select the image, you'll see it in the bottom of the screen. We hit Insert Image. And we're gonna go ahead and size our image. My image will be a 4x6. We're going to set it aside. Once we set it aside, we're going to go ahead and make it. Continue. Send to printer. Okay. The reason I did this was because on my image, I want my white border. And in order for me to create the white border, I'm sorry, guys. He's just excited watching his favorite cartoon, which is Boss Baby. So, like I was saying, the reason I did this is because I want the white border around my image. And in order to do that, I will have to save my image and come back and create that white border. So when you're here, make sure your bleed option is on. This is off and this is on. And we're going ahead and right click, save as. And I'm just going to write in here, test. And I'm going to go up and save it to my downloads. And we're going to click on save. It already exists because I already had done it. We just go ahead and replace it. We're going to X out of it. We click on cancel. Okay, once here, you just put this aside. Once here, we're going to go ahead and upload image and browse. We're going to look for that image that we just saved, which will be under test right here. Click on that image. When you're here, we have to clean up this image. Always choose as complex, continue. Once here, we're going to zoom in so we can clean the image. Don't worry about it being blurry. It will not propagate to the next screen blurry. It will not be saved blurry. So we're going to go ahead and clean up this image. First, we're going to erase the registration mark. I'm going to do it really slow because my hands shake a little bit. And I don't want to mess up the image. Okay. Now we're just going to go ahead and go around. Delete that registration mark. Okay. Once you're done, we're going to go ahead and go to the wand so it can create the transparent image. So we're going to go ahead and click on the white transparent. We're going to click here and we're going to click here. You have your image right here. We're going to go ahead and continue. Once here, you're not going to choose the print and cut. You're going to choose save as a cut image. If you notice here on the image, you'll see the little bit of hair. So if you do a print and cut, the machine will try and cut all that little bit of hair and it will take forever. That's why I always create the white border. So we're going to go ahead and click on save as a cut image. I'm going to leave it as test and we're going to save it. Once you save it, you click, because you're going to use it, we click on it and you'll see it in the bottom of your screen and we insert image. Once here, we're going to size it. This one is a 4x6. So the shadow, I'm going to do a 4.2, a little bit larger, by 6.2. And we're going to lock it. We're going to go on the right hand side. We click on that black circle to change the color, and we wanted white. We're going to go ahead and take our image and we're going to place it on top. If this happens that it goes to the back, move it back where it was, right click on it and move to front. Drag it back on that shadow and just play with it so it can fit in that shadow. Now, right here, I don't like this part. Let's just go ahead and size it again. We click on the white part so we can size it. And let's just click on the height. 6.3. Let's see what happens. And it's still not to my liking. Oh, let's do it again. Let's put the height back to 6.2, and we're going to do the width 4.3. Okay, I think that's better. We're going to lock it and we're going to size it right here. It's still not to my liking. You just have to play with it. I want it here. Okay, I think that's much better, but I don't like it here. We're going to do it again. Let's do 4.3 by 6.3. Let's see what happens. Oh my goodness, that part. We're going to lock it and let's just go ahead and play with it. I don't think it will. I don't think it will. Let me see if I do this one a 6.3, 6.1, see what happens. A little bit better. Let's do a 6.2, see what happens. Yeah, see that one. So we're going to leave it as the print and cut will be a 4 by 6.2. The actual border will be 4.3 by 6.3. It all depends the size of your image. If you're done, we're going to go ahead and highlight the image. We're going to weld and we're going to not weld. I'm sorry, guys. Let's undo. It's not weld. We are going to attach and then flatten. And there you go. We move it around. You won't see the border. If you want to see the border, we just go ahead and go here to the right hand side and we click on blank canvas on that little white circle and we change the color of your preference. Let me just do a burgundy, a wine. Okay, and there you go. Once that you're satisfied with your image, we're going to go ahead and save it. And I'm going to type in Prince Baby. And this is complexion 2 curly. Because I have a few of these already saved. And I always try to tag them because I have several of them. So let's just go ahead and save. Once you save the image, let's just go ahead and set it aside. And I'm also making, it's a box centerpiece, so I'm adding a name. So this one will be Cypress. We click on text and we type in the name we will be using. And we go ahead and I'm going to change the font. And I'm choosing Cricut alphabet. You can type it here in the search box, or you can just scroll down, scroll up until you find the one of your liking. It's somewhere around here. And I think oh, right here, Cricut alphabet. We click on it. And then since we don't need the shadow, you can just leave it as is, like that. You don't have to. If you want the shadow, you can unclick and it'll create the shadow. So what I'm going to do is ungroup, because I need to size letter by letter. We're going to go ahead and ungroup again, and we will size letter by letter. I don't need the 2S, so I'm just going to go ahead and delete one. Click on each letter, and we're going to go ahead to the top, unlock, and size them. 1.5 by 1.5, because I want them to fit on my 2x2 card boxes. We do that for each letter. I'm going to hide the baby prints, because once I make it, I want like maybe 5 or 6 letters of each, so then I can go ahead and save them just in case I want to use I have another centerpiece to make. So let's just go ahead and hide the baby, and we're going to go ahead and make it. And I want to add 8 letters of each, because if you have the baby here and type in 8, it'll make like 8 copies of the baby, and I don't want that. Okay, so we're just going to go ahead and click continue. You're going to change your material to poster board. If it's a poster board, I'm using glittered poster board. It's pretty heavy, so I change it to poster board. The machine that's connected to your computer, or if it's Bluetooth, is going to propagate here. We're going to go ahead and load your mat. Once it loaded, we're going to click on go. Once it prints, we're going to go ahead back and cancel. Unload your mat. We're going to go ahead and I'm just going to go ahead and delete these letters because I won't be using them. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and make it. And here I will apply 2, because my centerpieces are double-sided. So right here I'm going to click on mirror. If you do not click on mirror and you print out 2 of them, when you turn it over, it's not going to fit. So you will have to mirror the image. So now we click on here and we click continue. Okay, once here, we're going to go ahead and send to printer. You select your printer here from your drop-down box, and we click print. Okay, now once it starts printing, you're going to go ahead and click on the next image, send to printer. Make sure your bleed is on, and we click print. So we're going to go ahead, and once that prints, we're going to go ahead and select the image that you will be cutting. We change our material to cardstock. We upload the mat, and we click on the go button. After you're done, we're going to go ahead and come back and start assembling the centerpiece. I'll see you in a bit, and happy crafting. Okay, now that I have all my images cut out, we're just going to go ahead and start. I have 2 centerpieces to make. First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to glitter the safety pin, apply glossy accent to the eyes, apply glitter all over the crown. First, I'm going to start with the glossy accent. Just a little dab to the eyes. You won't be able to see it, but you can see a little bit of glossy right there, right there. Okay, and then the sleeping baby does not need glossy because her eyes are closed. We'll put this back over here, and we're going to go ahead and get the gold glitter glue, and I'm going to apply it to the crown. I'm just going to apply some dots on the top part of the crown. And then I'm going to go ahead and go across this line on the crown. And I'm going on the safety pin with the gold. That's for the prince. Okay. Now we're going to go ahead and take the yellow. I'm using Xmas red. So we're going to go ahead and apply it on the safety pin. I'm just outlining the safety pin with the glitter. Do that. And to the top part of the gems. Yeah, the top part of the crown. There's some gems right here. We're just going to go ahead and apply the glitter. Okay, once that's done, you're going to go ahead and set it aside to dry, and it will look like this. I applied glitter all over, so we'll be working with this one. Now we're going to go ahead and take the sleeping baby. I'm going to add dots to the upper crown, to that line, and then I'm going to add to the gems. Let's start with the upper crown. This is a darker pink. Customer asked to be different pinks. She didn't want the pink same as her outfit. She said it wasn't going to stand out. So I'm going to use Tickled Pink. It's a little bit darker, but it looks really nice. The crown stands out. To dry, and they'll be looking like this. See all the glitter applied? It stands out. Even though it's not the same pink, she opted for a darker pink. It stands out. Now for him, I go ahead and it's a box centerpiece. I use 2x2 cardboard boxes. And I'm going to be placing the gold letters to create his name. And his name is Cypress. So then, I take my 3x4, a 3x5 base, and I'm going to paint it gold. That done, we go ahead and we set it aside so it can dry. Since we're done with these, we're going to go ahead and put them away. While that dries, I'm going to create the box that goes on the top. For this box, you take a knife and you're going to open it a little bit like an X or a cross here, so then we can stick the baby prints at the very top. I did the X, okay, and then we take this foam, we cut a piece. So that foam, we're going to glue it inside the red box so it can hold the prints. a nice chunk. For some reason, I love this sound. We set it aside. Just a nice piece, and then if it's too big, I will just go ahead and cut it in half and save the other one for the sleeping baby. We're going to use 2 4-inch lollipop sticks. And we're going ahead, just insert it in the middle just to open it. See? Just like that. Okay, we open our box. And what I do is just this box, I'll cut half, because when I glue this on, it'll close. Just gonna get my scissors, and I will cut it, and I will cut it. Okay. Now we go ahead and set that aside. Take this out from here. I'm just gonna go ahead and take the foam, and I'm going to glue it here. A dab of glue on the sides, not in the middle. If you place the glue on the middle, when it dries, your stick won't go through. So just a dab of the glue, hot glue, glue it to the middle. It'll look something like this. And just press it down. Be careful, it's hot. Press it down. And since it's drying, you go ahead and take your stick, hold it in the bottom and the top, and you just go ahead and stick it. You want to make that little hole. It goes through. We take it out and you set it aside. Go ahead and close it. And we go ahead and we set it aside. Now, the next box is what we're going to do is we're going to start to assemble these boxes. We're going to go ahead and assemble the boxes. And I'm going to do this with all 9 boxes. 7 boxes, I'm sorry. I'm just going to go ahead and hot glue this tab and insert. Because when I place it on the base, it will stay open. I don't like it open. I want it to be closed. Now that we're done gluing the boxes, we're going to put together the prints. Now, we're just going to go ahead and, this does not go all the way in. We're just going to leave a little piece out. Let's say a little bit less, just like this. And we're going to go ahead and glue it to the back. Let me see if you guys can see it better here. Okay, glue it right there. And then we will place this one, we were going to glue it on the back. That way it'll be double-sided. What I do is apply glue right here, and once I place this part on top, I measure it so it can be even. Okay, then it's even. When it's even, I'll just go ahead and press down. Then what I'm going to do, hot glue all the edges so I can seal it. Now on this part, what I do is I'll just measure, I'll just try and place. He goes just like this. Since I know he fits fine, I will seal this with the hot glue as I did with the other boxes. Now that the base is already dry, we take one of the boxes, and we have to apply hot glue to the bottom. Once you apply the hot glue, you go ahead and start placing your boxes on top of each other. Now we're done with these. We're going to go ahead and apply the last box on the top. Okay, once we're done with the top box, we're going to go ahead and set it aside so we can apply the letters. I usually use my small Xyron sticker machine. You put it through the machine, and when it comes out, you pull it and it comes out in a sticker. But I don't have much left. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use my small hot glue, and I'll just go ahead and put small little dabs, and then I will press them down a little bit. Okay, now that we're done, both sides, we're going to go ahead and place the prints. You just go ahead and place the prints right on the top, and you are done. Okay, now we're going to go ahead and make the sleeping baby. For the sleeping baby, I already painted my base white, and I have white and pink boxes. And I have the name Tasia. And I will basically doing the same thing. Let's wait for that. Okay, it's good. Now we're going to go ahead and glue these together. We apply the glue right on the stick. And we place the baby. Apply the hot glue right here on the side to seal it. Now we're going to go ahead and set it aside, and I'm going to place the letters. Now that we're done with the letters, we go ahead and place the sleeping baby. And she is ready. Thank you for watching. Comment and subscribe. Please share my video. Happy crafting!